Howdy, kinfolk, and welcome back to session 8.5 of Old Gods of Appalachia, Blood Moon and Baker's Gap. If this is on the internet, bear with us. This is going to be our little 8.5 tonight, as we're missing some folks who we dearly miss, and we'll have back soon. Last week on Blood Moon and Baker's Gap, you guys did some stuff and things. So you guys got back from Marcy Walker's house, because y'all went there 2 sessions ago, correct me if I'm wrong. She told you some things about the Hexen Wolf that you had found. The most important tidbit probably being that it apparently was like controlled and bound to someone's will. She also warned you guys that something has taken root in the Clutch, the squatters' encampment a couple of miles outside of Baker's Gap, and has apparently filled the majority of them with some level of, one might say black magic, one might say dark power. Who really knows? And that there's been a critical mass reached of sorts, and that they need to be dealt with swiftly and judiciously. She sent you back to town with her piece of chalk. I guess the piece of chalk disintegrates after you use it the first time, so she sends you back to Baker's Gap. You emerge behind the pastor's workshop in the churchyard. Y'all communicate to the Pastor Pickens what you've been told, and warn him to prepare himself for imminent violence. Sounds a little more ominous than I wanted it to be. To prepare himself for action. And then I believe y'all went to the sheriff's office to check on Deputy Mutter. Y'all found him listless, as he has been the last couple times you've seen him. I'm sorry. The earlier in the session, you found him listless for the first time, and discovered he was sort of comatose. Donna, the woman from the Clutch who had been following you around, waiting outside and gesturing bringing you guys in to talk to the sheriff, who was in there sort of working in the front of the office instead of the back. The next best thing to keeping an eye on whatever was wrong with his deputy. You went back to Pastor Pickens briefly to actually communicate to him the things Marcy had told you. And then you went and got some liquor and went back to the sheriff's office and pretty much plied a listless, comatose man with liquor until he threw up. I was very impressed with
results.
I was very impressed with the efficiency of it, but it was rather dark. But this did allow Nakamo to come to the conclusion that he had intook a bunch of water that was apparently enchanted in some way, that has caused this listlessness or comatose state in him. I believe I described it as like these thin blue magical threads like threaded throughout him, around his head and his chest and his stomach. Y'all did sort of reach the conclusion that most of the water here comes from the lake. Nakamo attempted to sort of convince the sheriff to tell people to quit drinking their water, which he sort of bucked at. He told you guys that the only way really people were going to listen is if you had the judge order a water advisory. Thank you. Y'all got a little bit of, y'all watched some people kind of quail and look very perturbed at Nakamo attempting to announce it in the street. I guess this may be an interesting time.
No attempt made. I announced it.
Drank the water.
For the record, yeah, he walked outside, shot his gun in the air. If you're just joining us, he walked outside, shot his gun in the air, and screamed at people not to drink the water. Which I kind of enjoyed. I thought it was funny. Anyway, this might be a good time to note that when you're recalling this, Johnny and Eli, even though he's not here, there were quite a few. There were people out in the street to see this in the middle of the day. Very unusual for Baker's Gap. Oh no! Don't send the Discord chats. The ding took my train of thought. Ran with it.
If you recall, Johnny told him to shut the hell up and drag him back inside the building.
he did. There's one more important thing that I think y'all got to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Y'all went to the courthouse and met Joseph Rails there, and
Yeah, we
you
did.
guys propositioned him essentially to help you. I don't want to say take the clutch. That's not really what y'all are doing, but that's what he's and the TMC are gonna be doing, as was the primary sort of like reward you offered him was the land the clutch was on to provide more housing for all the people he's bringing into town.
And
He
if
did agree.
Maybe he dies in the crossfire. Stuff happens. You know.
Sword cuts both ways. You guys,
It
I was
do.
about to say that's he's thinking the same thing probably. Nah, not really. He agreed to help you guys. You guys drafted a contract, which I put in the notes, like the terms of the contract. It's a good thing that I did that. I'm actually not going to run through those now. I won't take more time and bore y'all. If it becomes relevant later in the session, I'll read them to you guys. But mostly it was about protecting innocence and making sure that he actually got the land that he was being promised for assisting with you guys. He promised you guys a certain amount, at least 10 men. So there were some...
It still feels so slimy. I don't know. I just...
Yeah.
Good.
Fucking real.
I'm glad y'all are comfortable with that. I was very proud of myself when I thought of it. I was like, I'm going to make them go be friends with them.
You're a
nah,
monster.
just kidding. I love it. You got to work with the monsters. That's what urban fantasies / noir is. This isn't noir, but
it's like I'm in my own clown sewer now. Like, fuck.
That's so fun on this side, isn't it? Anyway, those are the most important highlights that I can remember. Does anyone have anything else before we get started? Doesn't sound like not. So I am forced to advise that viewers' discretion is advised.
Forced to makes it sound like we're like court mandated or something.
And the idea is that I'm forced to. The idea is that I'm forced to start the session. Like I can't delay anymore.
I see.
So we open up. You guys, and so the way I sort of see it is that like you guys come out of this courthouse steps, sort of kind of steaming from this encounter. No one really enjoyed, having to do that. And Rails is probably, most of the way down the road at this point. And I sort of picture Johnny, having said this previously, that, he just sort of is stomping towards the hardware store, which most rational people would know is closed now, but y'all have been to the speakeasy underneath, and y'all understand that he's probably ready to go drink that one off, since he was the one doing most of the talking.
And Nakamo goes to take a drink of his flask, remembers that he made Mutter drink it all earlier, and then goes to follow after him.
Since this is old, like back then times, Dean will light a cigarette before he goes inside.
Like a
Classic.
gentleman.
I'm not sure what's being referenced there, but I like it.
Oh man.
Instead of having to put your shit out before you go in,
Yeah, he's smoking on
So
the
what they
way.
did back then?
Yeah, it's good for
They had
you.
to put
It's
it
good
out
for you.
because it was flammable?
I mean, it's, they didn't know it was bad for you yet.
Yeah, so you could smoke inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just smoke it anywhere.
Places, most
Um,
places.
I think. I assume you have like a Zippo or something, like a nicer lighter. I think those existed back then. You flick it
Whatever the
open,
equivalent is. Yeah.
and Johnny hears the metallic clink, and just sort of stops in his tracks at the top of the staircase, and turns around without saying a word, just sticks his hand out at you.
He puts a cigarette between his fingers, like immediately understanding the gesture.
Put it in my mouth and say, I ain't done this shit in at least 7 years, but I think I earned one today.
Dean will like flick the lighter back. He'll ignite it again and light Johnny's cigarette for him. He's like, well, I think we've all deserved one today.
Yeah, I see like his entire demeanor relax, maybe for the first time since you've known him. Like he just sort of melts for a second, closes his eyes, takes it in real deep. Says, well, Nakamo, I reckon you already had one or two too many, but ain't no rules about that down here. Let's go get plastered.
Sounds fucking great. I'd like to wash that fucking man's face out of my memory.
You're here. Make mine a double. Yeah.
Kind of happy I drove your characters to drink.
Hey man, I'm drinking for two.
Yeah, it's true.
Sheriff Sampson, you're pregnant?
Something like that, yeah, sure.
Here we go, y'all. Y'all go down, because in my mind, it's like the basement / cellar beneath the store. So you have to go through like those two big, cellars have these two big double doors that opened outwards. It's sort of my mind. That's how you get in there. You got to go down the steps, get past the guard there who knows, has seen y'all and obviously knows your friends. Y'all walk into a pretty, it's probably 6:30-ish at this point on a Monday night, and it's slammed, dude. There's lots of people kicking back and relaxing after a hard Monday, and there is in the corner a little live string band. Yeah, we're gonna go a bit in suggestion there. I think it's 4 people. I'll decide later what actual instruments.
Clearly, I hear an electric guitar and a drum set, and yeah.
Let's see. It'll change per song. It sounds like.
Very talented musician.
That would make sense. I mean, they have like a little pile of instruments in the corner, and they all just kind of. Everybody takes a turn, like being lead and vocals, that kind of thing. Everybody takes a turn on the lead.
I love this. We don't even have electricity, and that motherfucker has an electric guitar. Look at that. That's impressive.
I know how basement bluegrass shows go. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're pretty great.
I think it's worth mentioning electricity exists, but it would have been very unlikely to be this far out into the country at this time. Y'all wander on down in there. Johnny, the first thing you notice is, Mondays are normally crowded. It's rather crowded. There are several men at some of the tables you don't recognize. And as you guys come down you see other spots, places people sitting that you don't quite recognize. Some of them not even with drinks in their hand. And as you guys come down into the speakeasy proper, you see a man or two standing at the bar, seemingly, I don't want to say heated, but seemingly in a tizzy with Bonnie. Spot if I stop, because I was talking so long. And you can see them like slapping. I guess really only Eli would recognize what is company scrim, not script. I think it's scrim. And obviously frustrated, saying, "This is all they pay us. You can't get a drink with this shit." And you can see her not backing down by any means, but obviously having told them this a couple of times. No, we don't use scrim here in Baker's Gap anymore. Many of the old men still gamble in scrim. She jerked her thumb towards some of the tables. Johnny, you know that the older men that worked for the company still do gamble in scrim occasionally, or sometimes. Just you're welcome to go try to trade with them. And I like to imagine you guys are sort of moving into the room, through the room, trying to get a spot. You don't catch the rest of the altercation. You just catch as she's like reaching under the counter and pulls out a sawed-off shotgun and doesn't hold it, like literally just lays it on the counter pointed at dude's guts. And that seems to end the altercation as they kind of sulk off to the table she pointed out. If any of you continued to watch, you would see them eventually manage to exchange scrim for money. They don't sit down to play, but one of the older men there do in exchange for them, it seems. There would be some debate and stuff, but in case any of you were going to continue to watch.
You want to take their money instead of each other's?
Yeah. I would watch for a second, and then I'll just sort of like march over to one of the stools and plop down in it, kind of grin for a second, and say, "Damn, Bonnie, I ain't seen you been that serious in I don't know how long. I thought I was going to have to step in, but I forgot who you were."
No, you don't have to worry about me. That's not the only one either. She's already put it away, obviously. And you know from experience, she's not to be trifled with. She says, I mean, it's nice for Baker's Gap, I guess. All these these freaking miners come out of nowhere. Don't know who, and you gather like it's hard to keep the speakeasy really secret. She goes, don't know who keeps telling them all, inviting them all, but the ones that are able to get money are good. Are good money.
I'll look at her and say, "Hey, do me a real quick favor. It's been a hell of a one today. You pour me up 3 drinks real quick."
Usual.
Yeah.
You each, well, she gets 3 rocks glasses, puts them 2 fingers of, is it rye or bourbon, Johnny? Well, the rough equivalent.
Let's,
Instead of
yeah, I don't
moonshiners.
know how fancy it would have been. I'm like, oh, it's brown. I don't care.
Yeah, but I like to think it's not even that fancy. They have whiskey, rum, and vodka. They definitely don't call them those 3 things. It's just like moonshine equivalents to those 3 things. So you all get the whiskey equivalent.
I'll
Or
turn
well,
on my
she puts
chair.
3 glasses in front of you, like she's got this look on her face, like
Yeah.
one, like if you're about to take 3 shots, she's over here like.
I'll turn on the chair and I'll say, Dane Nakamo, I don't know if you ever talked to Bonnie. I can't remember if we spoke last time you were here. Might be nice to meet her. I got these for you.
I appreciate that. I believe she works at the hardware store upstairs as well, yes? She's the one that Rails had his encounter with. Or
That was the postmaster. She was there that day, running the front counter.
I see. Okay. No, Miss Bunny, I appreciate this. The drink, thank you. You have those gentlemen said that they were paid exclusively in scrim by the company. Does the hardware store and other businesses accept the scrim? They just can't use it for drinks here? Or is it a useless
Well,
currency?
Well, now it's pretty much useless. When the company was heavily invested here, when Eli was working for him, the whole town ran on scrim, but Tanner had scrim removed as the town currency a couple of years ago.
Now the company has promised to pay them in something they can't use here.
It's
Driving them
paying
even
them, best
more
I can
dependent.
tell. They're not the first ones to come in with only scrim. Apparently, all these people they're bringing in are only being paid in scrim. Also, you each get an experience point for learning that Tanner removed scrim as the town
Buddy,
currency.
I was about to interject. I'm gonna shoot my whiskey, put it down, say, Tanner, Tanner Finch did that. I don't remember. I don't think I knew that, Bonnie. Mighty weird he turned up dead then, ain't it?
Well, I mean, this was at least 2 years ago, and he wasn't one to brag. He didn't, he didn't. He was really sort of a figurehead here. The company didn't have much to do after the accident. I know he's not here, but her eyes would she would try not to cut her eyes at Eli, but she would. And
Well,
Johnny,
you know Eli.
depending on how long you've been back, you probably would be aware that the company had a strong presence in the town. Something bad happened, and then it tapered off quickly.
Yeah, I think I knew that. I don't think I knew that they didn't accept scrim here. I don't think it was ever really relevant. I guess he wouldn't have paid enough attention or cared. He gets paid in dollars. He don't give a crap.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's something you could have known. I just didn't. I didn't feed it to you because I probably didn't know at the time.
It's fine. Well, fellas, it is mighty interesting. The man who got rid of that there currency turned up dead about the time that the company decided to start business up again in town. Might be a conversation for a different time, but
Might be a motive. Somebody signed on for a contract with this. Can't do it because of him. It also, I wonder, in my mind, the company was not only cognizant of that, but encouraged it. It creates more of a dependency on the company itself rather than the town.
he slams his drink down, just holds a glass over to her.
You go to hold it out, and there's one under your hand. She's already put it back down.
Damn, Bonnie, I forgot how good you are. I appreciate it.
I know that look. And she glances over at the cash tables, or I guess the dollar tables. Just take it easy on
Nakamo's eyes jerk up. I wasn't looking.
Someone has to be branded while he's not here. I didn't tell Copilot to do that. It did it itself. I'll just say that for the record.
Yeah,
I mean, I
no.
can hit on-
Hey,
I mean, Dean can hit on Bonnie if you'd like, Devin. I mean, shit.
You're gonna hang the tits out there, Devin. Jesus.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't stop anybody, but I wasn't trying to encourage it.
It's
It's optimal.
I think, because like, I think the only thing I
That
described.
woman's belly button. What do you mean you didn't encourage it?
All I'm saying is I did not specify a low-cut dress. I don't remember the adjective I used for the dress, but I know I did not specify.
sucker's tight too. You can see her belly button. Good lord. Anyway,
I forgot what I said. You can't you? I can't believe. All right, well, anyway, let's continue. I can't believe it got that kind of level of detail. I didn't know that till y'all said that. Anyway, the funny part to me is it kept her hat, which she had on in like the previous image, which is like her working in the overalls. That and like
It vibes though. It's she pulls it off. Damn it.
there's
I'm
several
not
like
gonna lie,
inconsistencies.
it was zoomed in for me, so I only got like right here on her face. So I'm like, what the fuck? What hat? Oh, she's wearing a newsie.
Yeah,
Damn.
the hat
Okay.
is- the
Okay.
hat is funny.
All right.
There's several places where like I go to make something different and it keeps something from the previous one that doesn't apply anymore, and I'm just too lazy to make it change it.
It's her signature. It's her
There's
favorite.
4 guys in the back. That's us back there.
before we proceed, I will ask you a loaded question. Over the course of the day, do you think we would have gotten our 10-hour of relaxation time? We were relaxing enough for that.
No, you were magically teleporting across the gap, learning that you have to apparently retake a encampment outside the gap, and otherwise plying a man with liquor. I don't consider going shot for shot with a comatose man restful. So
That's
no, I'm sorry.
Man, Johnny Franks, baby.
I ain't sleeping ever after that. What are you talking about?
Anyway, no,
I will.
totally fair.
I will graciously count this carousing time as rest. Because what else, what else is carousing but stress relief, which is sort of like rest. It's close enough to
R&R, baby.
there you go, you get it. Sounds like y'all, if you don't have anything else for Bonnie, are welcome to approach the cash tables.
Yeah.
Do you want your own table to talk about creepy shit?
Kinda. I don't care if other people sit there, but I would at least like seats between these two so that we could talk while other people are around, and if they overhear, I don't care.
There's enough of y'all, because Spencer, or I'm sorry, Jeb and Eli are there too, that you carry your own cards, Johnny, or do you use cards provided?
Oh no, I don't want anybody thinking I'm cheating. I'll definitely use cards at the table.
Okay, so when you guys go with your drinks, Bonnie provides a deck of cards. Y'all go find a quiet little table in the corner. I like to think like close enough to the band that it would be very difficult to overhear. Like you guys can hear each other with a minimal amount of effort, but anyone else at other tables would be hard to hear amongst the wash of sound. Because y'all are savvy espionage people like that in a previous life. One of you was a bug.
True.
2 of you were bugs. That's correct. How could I forgot about the Buggo boys? I'm ashamed.
For real though.
I forgot we had
Shame on
this the other
me.
day until I think it was Bergen put the suspicious Bergen one. And I'm like, oh yeah, we had a whole thing. We had sets of those.
Yeah, we really did. Wow.
We have a TOF set too, didn't we? Anyway, y'all make your way to a table, and Johnny, unfortunately, you will have to deal first. I will start this
That's fine.
game here. Before we start, does anyone need like a poker refresher? Does everyone know enough Texas Hold'em?
I remember enough. I know enough to be
Yeah.
dangerous, but I can't remember like some of the more like the stranger combinations of cards that are a good hand, but I don't really care. I'm just here to drink and talk,
But y'all are
gamble.
all good with the idea. You get 2 cards, you place a bet. 3 cards go down, you place a bet.
The river.
Another
yeah.
card goes down, you
We
place a bet.
we doing Hold'em. Okay. All right.
Yes. So y'all all sit down. Johnny, you shuffle. Johnny shuffles well and distributes the cards, and you guys are off at your game.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Eli smirks and then like tries to use his cards to hide his smirk. Also, for as earlier, that's 20 cents and 10 cents.
Okay. What's
Did you see for the blinds?
I was gonna ask what the buy-in was.
$5.
Oh shit.
Heck is that?
But
You mean the minimum bet?
buy it.
Yeah, minimum bet.
The
sorry.
minimum bet is 20 cents. It's just going to be 20 for you guys.
Okay.
So for those, if we have any poker fans, the buy-in is $5 and the blinds are 20 cents and 10 cents. Eli kind of smirks at you guys and
How do we-
looks over at Johnny and says, you do this a lot, friend?
Mostly just to pass time when I ain't got nothing else going on. Make a little bit of money, come spend a little bit of money. I ain't no good, but
Does Johnny even have cards? I don't see it on the app.
I do, but something happened. I think it like passed my turn because I took too long because it didn't let me buy in or anything.
You folded because you took
Yeah,
too long.
I think it auto folded.
Yeah, it will do that. I can make that timer longer.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it because if I'm gonna be over here chit chatting and trying to hold a conversation, I'm probably not gonna be on the ball.
I got you. We can also just turn this off if this is more capacity than y'all were expecting.
I'm not worried about that. I am kind of bummed though
Why are you bummed?
that it auto folded me.
Oh, give me just a second. Oh, I threw the button. Fuck. Okay, let me fix you. Let me fix this. Game configurations. How long do y'all want to think about it?
Man, give me a long time. I need like 60 seconds, bro.
I can
'Cause I
set
think-
to no limit, but then everyone has to remember to pass their turn.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
I mean, that's not bad. It's, I think that's fine.
Next hand,
Hurry
will
up, you
update.
lose
No,
your turn.
no limit. Me?
Yeah, it's your turn. You gotta check.
Stop. No, I ain't gonna check. Fuck no, I ain't gonna check. Apparently, Eli knows what's up. Knows what to do.
Eli's. I look over at Eli. You playing mighty aggressive here, partner. I bet you got a good. hand.
Nakamoto goes most of the way in.
I was about to say, Eli looks at Nakamo and he kind of squints at him.
You raised
you're just-
120.
You're just trying. He kind of looks. You know how to count money? Seemingly
That's
suspicious. You
racist
don't
as
actually
fuck.
don't actually know like
That's
what the values are. That you're...
Now, hold up. Be fair. We ain't never seen
Leave
Nakamoto
it.
play poker.
You only gotta count to 4 of a kind, you assholes.
For those of you that can't see it, Nakamo double raised Eli, which is rude. About to find out what you know.
Mhm.
Oh,
3 of a kind, motherfucker.
very
Oh,
good.
baby.
And I was judging you.
Yeah, bitch. No, when I had the king and the queen, when I saw that fucking queen on the river, I'm like, oh boy. Here we go.
I got sucked out on. Eli, I got sucked out on. Poker players know what that means. All right, Joey.
Sucked
or,
out
sorry.
on. You shouldn't say
It- I had the better hand, and then you got a card that had,
He's
you
not
had
here. He
the
can't
better
consent
hand.
to that. You gotta stop.
That's what it's called. Anyway. Hmm? Yeah. Eli will kind of glance at Johnny after he says that. He's like, be honest, none of this was here. This is a little odd. You know, the Yale being closed and all this. And
Well-
Johnny, you would know that, the Lucky Yale was Arnie's restaurant before Prohibition.
I'll look at him and say, well, you weren't around for quite a while. A lot's changed. People do what they gotta do to get by. Good lord. All in.
Well, my stack decreased quickly after Nakamo took me for. Yeah.
You got cocky.
Alright.
Yeah.
A little
Too
rich
rich
for
for
my
my
blood
blood.
there.
Hmm.
Yeah, Yeah.
I almost
I
got
feel
$10.
like-
This is the most I've ever had in my life. Like what?
Anyone who's anyone who knows poker better than me, which is probably a lot of people, were laughing at me when I said those blinds earlier. Sheriff Dean, you are on the clock. That doesn't exist anymore.
I'll look over at Nakamo and be like, "That's mighty impressive. You played this game before somewhere? Something similar?"
Picked it up a time or two. Turns out, something common among all people.
Oh, we're in a new. Okay.
New orbit, yes, sir.
So quick. Didn't even notice. I have to listen to the sound cues. It's like, oh, it's not my turn.
Online poker's different.
By the way, this is why I don't play poker in real life. This is only the third hand.
Yeah. You trying to figure out what to do with your cards? Yeah,
I didn't know it was
sorry,
on
I
me.
didn't know
My
if
bad, my bad, my bad.
Yeah. It's all good.
Took you a while there, Sheriff. You doing all right?
Doing okay.
Did you fold already, David? We haven't even
Still a
seen
little
the rest.
shaken up about rails.
You guys can't comment on my playing, or I will turn into like poker professor and explain it. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be really, really good at it, but I'm better than people who haven't like studied the game, because I've studied and played it for a number of years. You know, like not trying. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to say I'm really good at it because I'm not, but like there are a lot of people who play.
We got a pair.
What? Yeah, $4.20 too. No, it's
Ooh.
Johnny. Never mind. You have $10 whole. I like it.
Good lord.
I like how you
And
said earlier that it's like
$6.
more muddy than you've ever seen. Here's a fun little exercise. Walk me through Nakamo's thought process as he's looking at $10 on the table in 3 hands and is trying to process like the
Fuck. Nakamo behind his cards, just fucking white people, and they're just
Oh, is
There's,
that how you operate?
I mean, there's greed in the world, and those who can use it to their advantage.
Remind me, there's one more card coming down, yeah?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Haven't played poker in a long time.
These card colors are killing me. Why are they multicolored?
God damn it. Oh well.
Devin, all cards are red and black. All cards are multicolored.
Oh no.
Don't you know
I
Devin's
left the game.
colorblind?
I feel like there's jokes there. We're not gonna get close to.
I'm out.
I had nothing.
God damn it. I could have got you with a flush. Fuck you.
It threw me off because the thing tells you below your name what like the current highest card is versus like what is associated with your card. So when I first saw it, I was like, "What the hell do you mean? There's a pair of 9s on the table? I don't got a single one of them." Like, why are you saying? pair of
Yeah,
9s?
well,
In the river, so we
They
all
all-
had a pair of 9s.
yes, they all work that way. So it's telling you like it does tell you your highest hand, and like Joey said, because they were on the table, we all had a pair of 9s.
Look over at Dean. Your stack's looking a little low there, partner.
You know, I've never been one for luck there, Johnny.
It's funny you said that because earlier we were sort of joking. You know, Ben, you mentioned you didn't. This is why you didn't play it in real life. My headcanon is that Dean is like so, you know, he's very work focused. So like Dean is sitting there like trying to play cards with everybody, trying to be a good sport, but like his brain is fucking running, steaming over whatever is going on in town, trying to connect all the pieces. That's my headcanon for like you're there, you're trying to be a good sport about it, but really in your head
Also-
you're getting shit done.
Also with Dean, with his focus, I want to say, like him being cursed, so to speak, and him hearing voices and being a medium, it makes him really kind of hard to focus on things sometimes. Actually, you know what?
All in, Sheriff.
Sammy,
as well.
every orbit.
I had nothing, but I thought it'd be fun to spread some money around.
Once again,
Let's
the
go
two
with
pairs
you
are
have
about
two pairs
three
too?
of them.
You're right.
Once
Not too
again,
bad.
you should be able to buy back in, Dean.
Can I?
And
Yeah, I was about to say,
count-
Nakamo, give him a buck.
Yeah.
Can I
that'll
send
sound
money?
right.
Wait,
Actually-
a buck or? Tell him how many you give him, and
I'll give him. Take 200.
yeah.
I don't know if I can deduct that.
And what was the conversion rate of experience to cash, Devin? If you remember.
You got to spend 3 to get. You got to spend 3 to get 15.
Never mind.
Worth
Joey,
it.
it's your turn.
I thought you were saying
Go.
like I have 980 EXP after this session. Like that's the transfer rate, right?
I
If you
don't
can
know if I
deduct
can
200
detect
from
yours
me.
or not. I don't think. Click your name on the screen and see if it lets you change your stack size.
It goes
Doesn't look
to
like it
edit
does.
profile, but
You can also send a gesture for a certain number of coins, apparently.
Nah, we'll just
Oh.
roll that. I ain't worried.
no,
about
no, wait. I got an idea. I don't have enough now coins. Oh, so it's not just the points. Man, I was gonna spam y'all with the middle finger emoji. I'm a little disappointed.
Damn.
Nakamo, it's your turn
That's
to
what
make
it's-
your
Oh, sorry.
pre-flop bet.
You say pre-floppy bet?
Because I think it's flop, turn, river. The 3
Yeah.
cards are flop, and then
Uh-huh.
the turn, then the river. It's been a long time since I played too, so my vocabulary is not very good.
River hooked me up.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Take me to the river.
Put me in the water.
All right, y'all. Prepare yourselves. Eli will kind of take a deep breath while he's playing, and he'll knock on the table. So just check. What do y'all think about Tanner? Are we thinking that? Is it time we really seriously start thinking that the company want him dead?
I think the company wants this town dead.
You're
Even
talking
though
about the dream.
I'm not
What?
sure if they're the ones.
Mixes in with some other things I've heard with my. Give him some of my darker workings in monster hunting, and so to speak. Anything involving the company has always been bad. There's always a bunch of death involved. Nothing that we can prove to be them, but they're always there. Whole town's getting wiped out. It's kind of their thing.
Hey, speaking of which, Sheriff Dean, sounds like you've been around some real shit in your day. I understand the sheriff called you in, but I'm just curious, how did he even contact you? I heard you got a reputation based on the preacher kind of fangirl on a little bit.
I imagine it must have been through him.
All
I know that-
you?
No, there's an attorney I used to work with. He might have been putting my name out every now and then.
That seems fair enough. I reckon word of mouth passes pretty quick. Did I hear right? You're just a town or two over?
I'm over in Virginia,
All right.
but I guess word travels far.
So it does. Well, as gun shy as I am about outsiders, I am glad you showed up.
Same here. I've definitely had some welcomes that were not nearly as warm as this one.
The way I see things
No,
around
like-
here is as long as you're working for the gap, not against it, can't be all that bad.
Well, if there's something dark, and there's always been dark workings in these hills, and I can always help some good working people. Good hardworking people. I might as well.
Listen,
Johnny, you son of a bitch.
I ain't trying
That's
to take
the
all.
second time you beat. That's the second time you beat my 2 pair with 3 of a kind.
I ain't trying to take all your money
good.
now, Dean. That's just the luck of the draw sometimes, you know.
I mean, technically, it's taxpayer dollars, so it's your money to begin with. So.
Well, yeah, see, we're just here having some drinks. Speaking of which, you guys need any refills or anything? I'm going through them kind of quick.
Oh, I'll pick up the next one. Nakama will order a round for the table.
So y'all being in the middle of the game and Bonnie, you know, being fond of Johnny, knowing Johnny, y'all are sort of served at the table, which may not always be the case for all visitors. And you all get another 2 fingers of whiskey equivalent. I'll say, because it's fall, we're going to say it's blackberry rye. Because I like blackberries.
Very cool.
So y'all each get another 2 fingers of blackberry rye. Sheriff Dean, it is your turn.
Oh, it is indeed.
Attack, action surge, attack again.
Let's
Bonus
go.
action, drink a potion.
Stop. I can't.
I get 2 attacks as action. Wait.
The thought of
Almost
trying to
there.
juggle 5e combat again fills me with numbness.
Man.
I don't know. I enjoy 5e, but one of my players is fucking killing me with just not knowing how to do his shit. Like, I swear he has to do the math to figure up his skills DC
I know.
every single
I
time.
know.
It's you.
Okay. As long as it's me. Frogs.
Oh my god, this slider, what the... Oh, I could just type a number. I didn't mean to do that.
What you do?
I accidentally opened the console in my browser. Don't judge me.
How'd you do that?
I hit F12 instead of 0 somehow. They're not even close together, but it happens.
You fool.
Oh. Look over at Nakamo, I'm like, oh, I guess favor, what the hell's it saying? Fortune favors the bold?
How
That
bold we
needed
feeling
those,
there,
Johnny.
Johnny?
Well, looks like we're all in this together, fellas.
All in this Sorry, Song of My People.
Song of your people.
Glad you got tickle out of that. You know, that's gonna be my segue. I was gonna try to help keep us on.
High School Musical.
Quiet.
You're so
Quiet. I can't believe you referenced High School Musical to me. You just made me feel old. You can't do that to me, you bastard. I'm still a young man.
I'm gonna say you're the youngest person here, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm still a young man. Fuck y'all.
Like,
Until November, I'm still a young
Ooh.
man.
Ooh.
Y'all,
why
quiet
can't I-
Jeb. His rifle still slung across his back, kind of looks up from his cards up at you, Nakamo, and he says, funny you mentioned your people. How did you get here?
Look at Jeb. I was
All the
kinda
way
wondering
from
same
over
thing,
there.
you know, but I was scared to ask, so...
All the way from over there. Seems to have some idea, you know, that you would have had to have came from a distance.
Put one foot in front of the other. Did it again. A few million times. Made my way back here. My first time here, but my grandmother, great grandmother, what's called Tanasi home. This was
Johnny,
in
your
a way trying to get back to my roots.
kind of thinks about it for a second. Just realized I don't know how many years has passed since then. Shame. It was in the 1800s, right?
At this
I'll
point, I think
say,
it's been like 50, 60 years. It's been a good while.
Okay.
Not more.
He'll kind of. I'm gonna say maybe he'll frown. Like maybe he's not quite sure what to talk about. So she went all the way. She moved all the way out into the Midwest. I guess it's just the West now. No, Manifest Destiny was also in the 1800s. The Midwest.
it was.
He was or made.
Johnny, your turn. Need
I
to
know.
raise your phone or match your phone. Sorry. How are you
I'm
thinking about it?
sitting on it for a second while you guys are having this conversation, just sort of watching.
Let's see.
She
Well, has it been worth it so far?
I've learned a lot. A little more than I think I'd like to know. There's a power here in these mountains that I would like to see fostered
He squints at
rather
you.
than
Same power you use to jerk knives out of giant ass wolves?
of a kind, yes.
That's what I know
Tilts
of
his
it.
drink at you. He tilts his drink at you. He's seemingly, I guess I'll say his curiosity may be sated for the moment.
Johnny will put his
Nakamura will,
hand sort of on his face, just staring at the conversation, shoot his drink, and say, "Damn, Nakamo, it might be the most you opened up since we've been here. I like the cut of your jib." And I'm gonna use my middle finger to flick some more tokens into the table as I call his bet.
Oh, he died!
Yeah, so unfortunately for Johnny, all hands get turned over, and he has the lowest hand. 2 flushes from Sheriff Dean and Nakamo.
Incredible.
Well, what were you saying, Johnny, about fortune favoring the bold?
Hey, now I wasn't talking to you.
Should have worn your heart on your sleeve there, friend. Tucks a heart back into his sleeve, like later.
Suddenly, everyone at the table spends 2 experience points to be, like a trained cheating at poker for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's why we took the 10-hour rest, because I was gonna ask you if I could use pressing your luck to cheat. That's kind of his whole shtick. You guys might have realized that at some point down the line, but with that ability, if he gets a really bad hand or like thinks he's about to lose his shirt, he'll just like apparate a card in his hand that's good for the what's on the table.
Now, I have thought about using Spirit Companion to summon an invisible specter to stand behind you guys and signal cards to me. Which, I do have the ability to do, but...
No. I'm gonna look at what's on the table and look at what's in my hand and be like, "Damn it, cards, you burned me last time. You better treat me right."
See,
Sammy told me to fold this one, so...
I could wait till we flip the cards over, flip it back over, and then wipe some memories, and then make my bet. But I think I'll match for now.
I should have mentioned cheating. Now y'all are all wondering how you can cheat at this fake card
Yeah.
game.
We have supernatural ways to cheat, dude. Of course, we're gonna wonder how we can cheat.
Devin, I had that idea like half an hour ago, brother. Like,
That's kind of funny. I mean,
my spirits, summon some spirits.
I'll after that last hand, I'm gonna sort of like stare at Dean for a really long time. Be like, "Crazy man, putting your last 10 cents in the pot, assuming you had the best hand. Worked out for you. You always play that fast and lose."
Well, it helped me out over in Versailles. Back during the Great One.
See him stroke his chin hair for a minute. You served? We were talking about that before?
Oh yeah, I got drafted back in 17.
I don't know. My Discord is struggling.
Or
If y'all
whenever
have
the
each
draft
other,
was
keep
for
going.
World War I.
Interesting. I reckon you ain't never talked about that before around me. I was wondering where you got that mighty fine pistol of yours.
Oh yeah, it's my government issue sidearm right here. He'll kind of like set it on the table, just kind of innocuously.
If you have a flush, I'll shit. Y'all keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, you talking a bunch of crap. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep playing.
with the high pair. Hell yeah.
Both y'all. Oh, both y'all had jacks. That's funny. Rip.
Ooh, all right.
Unfortunate.
Sorry, I think I'm back. I'm sorry. I missed most of y'all's conversation there, which is okay. It was not necessarily for me. My Discord was really struggling.
Johnny was just learning that Dean served in the military for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dean was
That's what I
about to say. Dean was about to say something about how someone who can hear the dead, war is a special kind of hell.
Yes. Please continue, if and y'all won't.
That's
It's
interesting.
fair though.
You always been able to do that?
Well, ever since I could remember. My mother, growing up in the woods, my mother was a lot like Nakumo, actually. In that she worked with the green, and she always knew how to find medicines for what was ailing us and all that kind of stuff. But just something about me being able to hear the spirits and those who passed just kind of prevented me from using magic in a lot of ways. It took a lot of my focus. Like every time I'm trying to focus on a focal point or trying to put my intent into a specific thing, there's always a myriad of voices telling me other things. And it makes it kind of hard to, focus.
I'm not gonna aggressively reach for it, but I'll just sort of like slide my hand down the side of the pistol a little bit, spin it back at him, say, well, war changes everybody a little bit. I came back, maybe more different than most.
Never would have guessed you would have served, Johnny.
Yep.
Not that you don't seem to tap or nothing like that, but usually there's more tells.
Honestly, I shouldn't have come back alive, but
Likewise, brother.
met something happened to me. I don't know which one. All of a sudden, I was a hell of a lot stronger than I was when I showed up. Do some weird stuff I couldn't do for. And every single time I ran into trouble, it seemed like luck was on my side and squirreled out of it. That whatever that is seemed to come back with me. I don't like to use it for nothing bad, but sometimes I give myself the upper hand in silly little games like this, or make sure things are turned the right way for me.
Well, Johnny's saying that Dean will kind of be looking at the gun, but it's almost like he's staring through the gun, like not really at anything, and he'll be like, I know a little bit about that. I've brought a few things back myself, and he'll like slide the gun back and put it back in its holster.
It's mighty interesting. Seems like we're opening up a little bit tonight, fellas.
Opening up your piggy banks to steal all your money.
Oh, so you might be. That's
2 whole bacons.
Not.
2 pair. I'll take your $40, or excuse me, 40 cents. Oh damn.
anyway. I don't need to pry.
I've got to run upstairs to get Cat real quick, but I'll be back in just a minute.
All right. I'll keep talking to Dean. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. Most people don't tend to up about it much, and if I'm being honest with you, I don't know anybody else in town that's served or dealt with some of the weird shit that's going on.
Yeah, I was actually gonna talk to Jeff about that, but he's not here. But it's fine. So I'm glad Johnny actually does have some military experience.
Yeah, no, he's not here, so I won't fabricate.
I'm just
his
gonna say it's
backstory
only
for him.
It's only 1/16. Okay, that I say that, but it's whatever.
Jeez
Like-
Louise.
I'm about to say, I wish Eli were here so y'all could quiz him about his backstory, which I won't give away while he's not here. Also can't
Would've
fix the
loved
to.
camera.
Yeah, dude.
Very, very
I want
infuriating.
to know some stuff about Eli.
It's
He's
actually
got,
the,
some, he's got some cool stuff to know about.
half the point I
Yeah,
wanted to
he's
do
been
this.
serious.
Was hoping I could liquor the characters up a little bit, play some poker, and loosen a few tones.
Man, the camera's all screwed. So this is sorry. I had another one, sort of. I did not prepared, but I thought of. Eli will kind of look at across the table at Dean, and he'll frown a little bit, like you get the impression like he's seen a little bit, he's traveled some, but he may be genuinely wondering, how's Virginia? As if he's not been to Virginia before.
It's a lot like here. Appalachia's Appalachia. All the natural beauty mixed with the exploitation by the company.
He makes a face when you mention the company. Yeah, a lot of that going around from them, I think.
Luckily, Stonega, the town I'm from, it's hadn't really been touched by it too much. I mean, it has its own set of problems, but the company carting workers in by the dozens really ain't one of them, luckily.
Yeah, am I the only one majorly perturbed by that? He'll take a hearty sip.
At that
More
notion,
concerned than perturbed.
Johnny's gonna slam back his drink and put it on the table. Say, why the hell you think I gave him that land so quick and easy? I want them out of my town. At least over there, they're outside the walls. I ain't gotta look at them, I ain't gotta deal with them. That's how I protect mine.
You think they'll go? I mean, I worked for the company for several years. They have unfathomable amounts of money. If they needed, if they wanted more space for these people, they could have just bought it.
I see your point. And, there's one thing the war taught me, it's that given the opportunity, somebody's gonna take and take. Until there ain't nothing left to take, or until somebody stands up to and puts a stop to it. Gave a little bit of ground, hoping to slow them down while we come up with a plan. If it were up to me, they'd pack their shit and get out of town tomorrow.
Eli looks a little grim at the prospect of unentrenching the company from the town. Well, when we find a way, well, I'll hold you to that.
Sneaky snake over there, clawing your way
Yeah,
back in the game.
Eli wins that hand. Yeah, when he says that, he'll smile a little bit, and take more of his drink.
You dang, I don't want to do this without him here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give nothing away. That's his backstory and stuff. I'm just trying to help you all along.
Just know the next time that we talk, because I know he worked for the company at some point, I am going to ask him what he knows about how they operate. See if I can get a little bit of the mindset around how they think, what he thinks they really want here. If there's actually a way to stop them from continuing to expand and eventually take over, or take what they want. But that's a conversation for another time.
Just don't tell them what they might be wanting either.
So here's the question of the night: y'all want to take a break now, or do you want to wait a few minutes? It is 10:36, but we didn't start till 9:30.
We can probably go ahead and cut it here, especially with Nakamo being AFK for a minute. Just pick back up where we left off.
I give him a minute to get back, yeah.
I'm good with it if you want to flip us over.
Cool.
Howdy, kinfolk. Welcome back to session 8.5 of Old Gods of Appalachia. We've been all over the place and off the rails because this is an 8.5 session. If you haven't figured it out by now, this is probably going to be entirely filler. Last half of this session, you guys went to the speakeasy and started playing poker. And you've learned a little bit about one another, those of you that are here. I have enjoyed listening so far. And we return to our intrepid, I don't want to call you adventurers, our intrepid
Investigators?
heroes is a strong
Paranormal?
word. I like investigators. Our intrepid investigators, as they are deep in their cups, we'll say, and deep in their game of poker. Maybe it's 7:30-ish on a Monday night, blowing off steam, as Eli throws his cards into the muck. That's where, like, when you fold, you push your cards to the middle of the table. Throws his hands into the muck and scoffs, disgusted at the hand again.
Cards not being nice to
We
you
can-
there, Eli, huh?
No, it's all. I almost said man. That's not what they say back then. No, it's all. You know how it is. It's all garbage. I never cared much for gambling anyway.
Honestly, same.
I
I
don't
just
know.
come here to get a little drunk and mess around with some newfound friends tonight, I guess.
He
All
kind
right,
of glances
see
back.
I'll see what you got, Nakuma.
Hmm.
Speaking of learning about each other, Johnny, you haven't told us too much about yourself there, friend. You make an honest living out here, have a nice home, built quite a life for yourself in the Gap.
I just learned about your veteran status.
Well, I hold my hand up to Bonnie, just sort of like hold the empty glass. Like, well, things a little slow around these parts, and honestly, after my experiences and what I brought back with me, I thought it might be best trying to settle down, have a simple life, do the things I'm good at, work with my hands, tinker. I ain't never been much for book learning, but I did learn pretty quick that I'm alright messing around with stuff, pulling things apart, putting them back together. I sort of see the whole picture there, you know. So it was a mighty fine fit when I came back home, and old Zoa offered me a job at the mechanic shop. Felt like a great place to unwind, rest my brain, make a little money, and just live a simple life.
After all this settles down, does that simple life have somebody else in it? A Miss Bonnie, perhaps?
Oh, I don't know about all that. If I'm being completely honest with you, while Gina's away, I always had a little thing for Regina. That's why I reacted the way I did when I saw a man standing on our turf. Might not have been her direct, but if you ever ask Zoe about that, or ask me if I ever told you that, the answer's no.
Picking up what you're putting down. Speaking of putting down,
But I reckon a man of my age and years and experience, it's tough.
well, your experience pays off. Does you win the hand?
Ooh.
What I got here? Yeah, why not?
DM frantically writing down which of the 3 girls I wrote for you Johnny prefers.
Me, Joey the player, trying to remember which one is Regina.
Regina's the redhead, the merchant. Sounds like a country song. I had to check the music to make sure we weren't playing like Chaos playlist when I heard this.
Little slide guitar.
The bar's winding down, like it's later in the evening, like people are starting to leave, you know.
It's 7:45 on a Monday night. Yeah, it went from real crowded to real not real quick.
I mean, I meant we'd been playing for a few hours, but all right. I guess back in
is a
this
weird
day,
soup.
there's no light after. I mean, outside anyway.
Yeah. We got the ashtray halfway full,
I agree with the concept, if this is what you're going for, that people would have went home earlier because there's no lights on the street, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
Especially with everything that's been going on lately.
Most of the company men gone now.
I was about to ask about that.
We can just stumble back to Johnny's house whenever.
I mean,
Have they lost all their scrim yet? That's what I want to know.
if you're
140. All right.
half the pot, y'all. Like I said, don't comment on poker strategy, y'all. I will illuminate.
That puts me at 420. That's exactly where I want to be. We're good.
You have enough big blinds to not care about me betting half the pot.
Yeah.
Sorry. Shit. If y'all had been keeping an eye on them, you would have watched them debate with the men who had cash and scrim, eventually work out a Eli contemplates the cards on the table. Watch them eventually work out some kind of exchange rate. They would have exchanged the scrim they had for actual cash. They would have went and bought a drink. They would have had the drinks and left.
Oh, so they didn't stay to play. They were just
No, they were not. They were here for a drink.
Good.
And so, but that's how they had to obtain their.
Oh,
cash.
this is the only place to get it. That's right.
Yes. So we'll say if y'all been playing for a few hours, it is winding down. There's not nearly as many minors. Johnny, you recognize for the most part, it's
There's
people
minors
that.
in this bar, Devin. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know if it carried, but I implied earlier that they're people who had they were prisoners who had a choice: you go to jail or you work in the mines, and that seems to be the majority of the types that the company is bringing in. Most of them are left. Johnny, you would recognize other bar flies. I don't mean to imply you're a bar fly, but sorry, I'm trying to read this board. It's
Johnny's
so wet.
definitely a barfly. He's got nothing else to do. Empty house. He goes to work. He comes and drinks. He goes home.
So it is all the regulars, I guess we would say in restaurant speak.
Ooh.
I like you shaking your head over there. I got a small stack. I got to be aggressive. Ooh, that was close.
Nice.
All right.
Again, for any poker fans, I went from like $2 or $3 to $6.20.
He started at $5, y'all. Don't let him go. Let's offer you up.
But for a minute, I only had $1.50.
He's working his way back up.
Sorry, Eli, not me. I don't exist. I'm the unreliable narrator.
Oh god, me as a DM. Unreliable as fuck.
I do it on purpose a lot. Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but I think so.
I'm more of like I guess I'll say something in session. I'm like, I guess that's canon now, and like try to like manipulate the facts around it. Like, I guess this will work.
It's easier than trying to like rigidly guide the players through something rigidly. I didn't realize I was under the gun. I wasn't under the gun. Did you all check? Never mind. I'm sorry. I get off track with the poker stuff.
Those of you at home are actually playing a poker game behind the scenes.
Yeah, if you haven't figured that out yet.
I think I'd look over at Dean and say, you said something about seeing the dead. See them all the time?
As long as I can remember, man. Well, I don't see them all the time, but I hear them more often than not.
It's probably going to be a question for him and the DM. Maybe not all the time. Got anything whispering in your ear right now?
I know, Devin, do I?
Can I borrow 50 cents?
So that made me
Man.
chuckle. Do you have anything? So, you know, this is sort of Devin's headcanon. Obviously, I don't want to take agency from you, so if you disagree with it, feel free. My sort of headcanon for Dean is that like he hears something almost all the time. If you like to work, you're very busy, because when you're busy you don't have time to hear things. You're focused on your work. You like to solve things, you like to save people. It keeps you distracted from quiet moments like this, where earlier in the night, 2 or 3 hours ago, you were working hard on the case in your head while you were sitting there trying to play cards with I can't, which one of you raised, you fuckers?
Yeah.
While you were sitting there trying to play cards with your newfound compatriots, your mind, as you begin to tire, slides, and you're no longer focused wholly on your work. You hear whispers constantly if you don't, work hard to ignore them.
No, that's about it.
And so, you might get little bits of, Sammy sort of doing the same thing as you. He's mulling over uh, what could be going on, what the case is about, but like every sentence or two seems to be a different conversation, not directed at you. You hear him cursing, you hear him sounds of struggle, and you gather that maybe every third sentence doesn't actually seem to be directed at you, but is sort of output of him grappling with the other thing that has taken up residence in your spirit. The altar, I have called them to you guys a couple of times before.
I say, like, even on top of that, even sometimes it's not even like thoughts or like dialogue. It's mostly just feelings.
Or
Sometimes
images,
some
or
images. Yeah, I was
sensations.
about to say, yeah.
All the above at different times. So it makes it eldritch. Sorry, that was so rambling. You're welcome to convey that to Josh or to
Or
Johnny.
any part that you want to. You don't have to obviously reveal all that, but the spirit of the question.
I'd go ahead and reveal it. Mostly since like Dean has been called in as a monster hunter, and once the case is good and done, he'll be heading back to Virginia. So he's not really too concerned about what the locals think of him.
So you always hear something up in there. I don't drive you little nuts.
Well, Sammy helps out with that a little bit. He talks to him a lot when I'm not able to.
Excuse me, right the fuck off my own business, but who's Sammy?
Okay, I don't think I've actually talked to you guys about Sammy, like in character. Sammy's my brother. I feel like you, Johnny, Nakamo, and Eli, I've known you guys. I mean, we've been in life and death. We've been in life and death enough times. I trust you guys a little bit. But I've been able to hear the spirits of the dead my whole life, and given that my brother died when he was very, very young, I've always been able to talk to him.
So,
Ooh.
what, he just like follows you around, sticks with you, makes sure you're all right?
Oh yeah. It's but good old two souls in the same body, so to speak.
Ain't that something?
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
That's quite it's the burden and the tool, isn't it, to carry a soul with you?
Well, I mean, there's the benefit of never being alone, but there's also the con of never being alone. It kind of wears on you a little bit.
So if you have like a lady friend over, do you like watch or? I'm kidding.
I'd imagine he'd have to like focus to keep Sammy out. Honestly, like it's a little distracting. Also, there's one time this girl had this dead boyfriend, and he kept trying to chime in. It was awful.
Honestly, more I hear about your weird ass abilities,
If you-
less I like the idea of them. Oh, that sounds a little.
Oh, it's a curse. I've just found a way to monetize it, so to speak.
Making good on his investment.
Let's hope so.
Look at Nakuma, kind of surprised. I'm like, brother, you driving a real hard bargain over here. Yeah, all right.
I just like to put the chips down, and occasionally win a hand.
Look at that.
Damn, there he is.
Didn't think you could beat pocket aces, but you sure as hell did it.
You know, pocket aces don't actually have the highest probability of winning the hand.
Yeah, I know.
I'll have to check mine.
Listen, first off, I told you that Johnny wasn't book smart. Second off, I told you that he didn't actually like playing poker. He just did it to kill time. He sees two aces. He assumes he's gonna win.
Look at that.
Say I got
Yeah.
2 aces.
This
Golly.
guy's a casual. No one. It's a college football commercial.
I've tied with Devin, and actually I'm gonna fold and hope Johnny takes his money, so I'll end on a higher, with more money than Devin, so I can taunt him forever.
Yeah, all right.
Fucking poker slut.
Hang on now. I'm running the game and playing poker. Like I said, I'm not as good as people that play seriously, but I ain't bad neither. Let's see.
Same, but I used to watch those every once in a while. If I couldn't sleep, I'd watch those late night poker tournaments, the ones they used to put on TV, just to like try to learn a little bit. Oh man, that's
I've
tough.
lost
You gonna steal my money?
my sheet. Yes. All right. Listen, y'all just keep going on. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Y'all keep making comments because I keep making bets, and y'all are like, "Oh God." When you bet, you should bet roughly half the pot if you're going to bet under like the most popular strategy of poker, which is like an aggressive style.
If you're gonna bet, yeah. Like,
Because it has to do with pot odds. You're giving people bad odds to call.
Nope.
Maybe
See
not
what you
all
meant,
the
bud.
time. Yeah,
What'd
or
you-
they fold out like that. It's
What'd you
called
have?
tag, tight aggressive. Oh fuck. I had a 2-pair. Like I
I
don't remember
didn't.
my whole cards.
I had a pair of twos. That's why I was like, I don't think I can beat if he actually has anything in his hand.
Nah, man. Like I said, y'all, I'm not great, but like I've studied the game long enough to know all the vocabulary words. I could spew at you guys, but we're not gonna do that right now. Maybe when we get done.
yeah, it's about with me. Yeah, I know how to play, but it just never favors me very well.
It's rough sometimes. Which one of you? Okay.
Johnny.
Johnny.
No, it's
good.
you.
God
You-
damn.
No,
Uh,
Johnny raised, and I had to check it.
You had to match. I
He had to
see.
match. I was the razor, baby.
Cutting
Wow.
There's a build-
gross.
There's a buildings of it straight on the board.
that's a very good eye.
That's where my knowledge of poker gets a little bit shady. Not necessarily like I can identify a straight, but when you start getting like I don't understand like a straight flush versus just a regular straight.
Straight
The
flush
whole
implies
fucking
all the
pot, damn it,
suit.
because fuck your fractions.
Well, a straight's just like the numbers in sequence. It's like a
Right.
9, 10, jack, and then there's like a queen and a king and an ace. That would be a straight.
Okay, all right. Me and you, Nakmo, let's go.
Okay,
Flush-
you got deep
Yeah.
pockets. Let's see how deep they go.
Johnny has more.
I will, almost in an effort to placate, not placate. That's not the right word, but I will bet half the pot.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Alright.
I can explain it a little better. Like I said, I won't pretend to understand it entirely. but,
Cards
like,
on
that's
table.
my
Let's do it.
knowledge.
We're gonna swing this whole thing right here.
Ooh, damn.
Feeling about that.
What a wet board. So that's like wet means there's
wet
lots
board.
of suits. There's lots of suits and numbers on the board, meaning that like there could be a high combination, like a high. Lots of people could have lots of hands
Yeah.
because
8,
the
7,
cards
king,
on the board are
ace.
so
you know?
different. Like, it's scary. It's terrifying.
Mm,
I hate it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bravo.
okay, yeah, see, there it
It's
is.
We were just
Johnny
talking about
takes
a pair of kings
Johnny
and a
takes-
straight. What?
that's pretty
Johnny
sick,
takes
dude.
an $11 pot on a straight.
Good,
And
good,
if y'all
good hand,
if y'all
man,
I
good
want,
think that's
hand.
where exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap the table and be like, "All right, fellas. I think we played long enough. Sorry to take your lunch or breakfast or whatever."
I'm gonna take like four. I'm gonna take like a few coins and say one more round, like, or take a few of your coins and tell Potty one more round.
That's $15, right?
Hmm?
Am I like I have $15 right now in game?
you you have
Yeah, I'll take the
well, more
$5
than
off my
that.
character sheet to make that like legit.
More than that, potentially. Yes, you have 15. You got $15.40. You bought in for 5. Um,
Oh, fair enough.
so you
So you got $10 more than whatever you had.
I'm
yes, you
gonna
got
go.
$10.40.
I'll sort of tap the table and be like, "I think we played long enough. Are we playing with chips or was it just like straight cash on the table?"
It would have had to have been cash on the table.
All right. I'm gonna
That's
count out
fine.
$5 and slide it over to Dean, and count out $5 and slide it over to Nakamo, and say, "Well, I made 40 cents and I had a good night. Can't complain too much."
Oh, Nakamo will say, fortune favored you today. You were the bold one. Perhaps you'll be bold in leading us into battle later. Who knows?
Well, I sure hope so. We'll find out, won't
I
we?
just hope I just hope there's no fucking wasps.
Oh, don't remind me about them wasps. Speaking of,
Wasps, man.
I ain't seen that guy in a while. I don't like him. The man inside of me.
I mean, I don't like him either, if I'm being honest.
I reckon he did try to kill a couple of you.
I guess only one of you only know one of the names. Johnny, you know the name of yours.
Oh, I guess if I said it, I would have known it. It's like I actually know it.
Is it Yanaj?
No, you had a moment there because you as a player said the right thing.
Mhm.
And I revealed that yours name is Power.
Yeah.
Capital P.
I think I'd probably put my hands out and say, cards on the table, no pun intended. I connected with it just a little bit, or maybe dug deep enough inside. I ain't reckon either one of you talked to it enough or experienced it enough to know. Mine has a name, and the name is Power. I don't know what that means, but it seems to me whenever it takes over, it don't want nothing to do with anything besides smashing skulls and taking what it wants.
Nakamo, you remember anything about when your altar took over?
Wrath.
Rad.
Fury.
Achievement sound. Nakamo, yours is Wrath.
Oh shit.
As soon as you said
Look at
power, I'm like, wait a minute.
And I will go ahead. I don't mind to tell you they're not all like traditional seven deadly sins. So obviously power is
Yeah.
not one of them.
So I was
So
thinking,
don't-
I'm like, because I remember when my altar took over, all I remember was just a feeling of like disgust that you guys thought you were equal to me. It's a feeling that quickly passed, but oh man, it's not a good feeling.
Perhaps pride?
Maybe.
Well, anywho, I'm gonna get one for the road. Take it quick. I think we all earned a long night's rest. Sounds like we got a bunch of shit to get into tomorrow. Maybe the next day.
And he was stumbled back to Johnny's house.
late into the night.
Let's
in
all
this time
stand up and
period.
go our separate ways as we all follow Johnny to his house and sleep on his couch.
Mhm. So at 9:30 that night, late into the night in the 1920s, you all stumble your way back to Johnny's house. Pay your tab, stumble the way back to Johnny's house. You know, no longer having to worry about a monster wolf corpse tied to the tree. You file your way to Johnny's house. You pile up on the floor or the couch, or in Johnny's case, his bed.
Nakamo pisses on the tree to cleanse it of any evil energy.
I
That's what he'll
respect
say
it.
Drunk Nakamo thinks that's going to work for sure.
I read this once, I think.
Drunk
No, I've heard
Nakamo
about
ca-
this.
Old magic.
Like,
Something
Drunk
about
Nakamo cast a spell on accident. And you get up the next morning, the tree's covered in fucking moon lilies. And we'll close the session there as y'all go. You can go
We're
ahead,
talking about
everyone.
piss magic.
I mean, lots of things can be magic. You guys can take. You roll your hit dice, your d6, not hit dice, your recovery dice. I'm sorry. For this system, it's called recovery dice. It's a d6 for those of you wondering. And add that, distribute that as you will to your pool. Don't let me forget that for those of them that are not here, we need to let them roll that dice. You've reset. Your next rest will take 10 minutes, around 6 seconds, whatever it is. Unfortunate. That's okay. You won't have enough time to rest between the many things that may be about to happen after this.
And on that terrifying note, I'm going to swap us.
Please.